Toys, 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 manly toys, 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 toys,
and TV and movies too.
Hey everybody, welcome back to the Toy Duo team, and today we're going to talk about action figures, pop culture stuff, and whatever else comes up. Let me remove this. Say hello to everybody that showed up. Good morning, Dan, fifth best co-host on YouTube.
Howdy.
Night Force John.
Hey, how you doing? How you doing, guys?
And Sir Eric with his bright orange Hawaiian shirt.
Howdy ho.
No, that's it. What'd you say that was, the Lando shirt?
Yeah, this was the Lando shirt from they were selling it at Celebration Chicago.
Ah, that's
The land of what?
It was from Solo, Lando Calrissian. Yeah. I know.
Yeah.
I do that with everyone though.
What's
It's not
Chewbacca's
unique.
last name?
Good question.
John? You know?
Baka?
Chewbacca Baka?
I don't know.
Chewbacca. That's a good
Chew.
question. Does he have
Yeah.
a last name?
Well, everybody else has a last name, right?
Yeah.
Well, I don't know. Do they?
Well,
Han
that'd be
didn't. Apparently, Han didn't.
Solo.
No, they gave him that
Hondo.
name.
Hondo?
Onaka.
Onaka.
Hondo Onaka.
Yeah.
Han didn't have a last name until they gave it to him.
Who gave it to him?
Himself.
Some Imperial guy sitting in the
Right.
in the.
Right. Yeah.
Was that from the Solo movie?
Yeah.
Yeah, he's like.
Okay.
He
I
said, "What's your last name?" He's like, "I don't have one," or something like that. Or who are your people? I think he said. And he was
think
like,
they
"I
made up in
I
these
don't
new
have any
movies.
people."
Isn't like
And then he
real.
said, "Well, that means you're by yourself. You're solo."
Oh, they just
And
stole
he's-
that right out of the Force Awakens, right? That's how Finn gets his name. He goes, "You don't have a name.
Well-
I'll just call you Finn."
FN 2187. Yeah.
Yeah, FN,
his-
right? I'll call
So
you
his
Finn.
last name is 2187.
Yeah.
All right.
It would be interesting though to see if there's any additional stuff made out in the canon for Wookiee naming culture and whatnot.
What? I
As
don't
a
know where
result.
this is coming from, but it says his name is Chiktaba. I was
Taba?
really surprised. I was kind of waiting to see if anybody in the chat would know it, but that's according to Wikipedia.
Oh, interesting.
'Cause-
The recruiter. Oh, I do remember he had to have a last name to sign up for the Imperial Army.
Well, I think he asked him, "Who are your people?" And he said, "I don't have any people." And he said, "Oh, so you're by yourself or you're solo or
Yeah,
something like
yeah.
that."
Yeah.
But it worked.
That reminds me almost of this guy used to tell this joke. And he said he had this friend. His name was like JL or JB or something like that.
Uh-huh.
And he's like going to the DMV to get his driver's license. And he writes on there J only, B only or something. So when his license comes, it's like Jonely Bonely or something like that.
Sure.
It was like a really dumb thing. Anyways, Paul Morales has jumped in the chat. Mr. B's in the chat. I don't know if anybody's here today because there's a lot of stuff going on. There are a lot of like toy shows happening, right? I know
Are
there's
there?
one up in Seattle somewhere. Lack was here 16 hours ago waiting. And then
Alaska time.
yeah, let's see. Chiktaba. Who made it? Was that made up from the holiday special? You think?
What?
Chewie's last name, has that been around, do you think, since the holiday special?
Oh, yeah.
Probably.
Probably because they were
Because somebody had to say Mrs. Chiktaba when they were talking to his wife or kids or whatever.
something like that, probably, right? Yeah.
Oh no! You know what? Never mind. I'm sorry.
No, that's not his last name. That's a made-up last name.
No, I read it. I read it incorrectly. Chiktaba was what they called them in that was the French version.
Oh, okay.
Oh,
Really? So in the movie, he's like, Chiktaba, come
That's
on.
what they called him. Yeah,
Oh,
yeah. Isn't that weird?
interesting.
why would you have a different? Yeah, that
I-
seems really weird.
Apparently, because the English name was chewing tobacco, which in
Mm.
No,
French
it
is
wasn't.
tabac. Hold on, I'm trying tabac or tabac.
Chewing tobacco.
Tab-
He was going to be a promo for like Skull.
We're gonna get you're gonna get flagged, burned for promoting
Yeah,
tobacco. No, yeah,
Oh,
it's
my God.
I don't want to mispronounce it, but it's chick taba.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Anyway,
Oh, gosh, that's funny.
yeah, that's crazy.
All right.
Interesting.
All right. So let's see.
And on that bombshell,
on that, let's talk about the Academy Awards is coming up this weekend. Is everybody super excited?
don't care.
What is that again?
Yes, you do.
Not in the slightest.
yeah, I
Keep that
don't
in
really
mind.
watch.
Is that the one where we picked the best action figure for the year?
Yep. So I'm just curious because I put up this. So this is the lead actor.
Bradley Cooper was in a movie this year.
It's exactly. Did you see any of these movies besides Oppenheimer for any of the nominees in
No,
actor in a leading role or actor in a supporting role?
I want to see that movie, The Holdovers. I think it's on Hulu or.
well, I
can't
saw Barbie.
So-
Sure, I could see Ryan Gosling winning for Barbie.
You think so? I almost feel like De Niro's going to get her for
No, there's
Killers of
no
the
way
Flower
he
Moon.
would get that.
What?
There's no way they would give it to the Barbie movie. Give me a break.
You don't think?
You don't think it's going
No.
to be? It's either going to be De Niro or Downey in my mind
Yeah,
because those are the
it
two
is.
movies, right? Then you got the actor in a leading role, and I think it. I mean, have you seen Rustin? Do you even know what it's about?
No clue.
Me either.
No,
What
but
about-
I like Coleman Domingo.
okay. What's American Fiction about? Does anybody know?
Don't know that
Nope.
one either.
But
Man.
but you know what? A lot of people, I think a lot of critics really liked Oppenheimer, right? So
Yeah, Oppenheimer.
they might give Oppenheimer a lot of these awards just because.
In this one, that Cillian Murphy, right, or whatever.
Yeah.
I have a feeling that this is probably going to be his. I think he'll probably win for that, just because of all the notice that Oppenheimer got. It's one of these true life stories. He's playing a real character, and I think he did a fantastic job in it. Now that's saying that I haven't seen anything else on this list except for The Holdovers.
And that's why I think Robert Downey Jr. will get Oppenheimer too, because
Okay.
Supporting
I almost
actor.
feel like you're going to see Ryan Gosling walking away with an Oscar.
that would be funny. Yeah, that would be funny.
Harvey was
I
good.
love it.
All right. Let's see. I got
My dad was upset though at Oppenheimer because we went to an IMAX theater, and he still was talking about this. Maybe because he heard of this, but he was talking to me about it just the other day, where he was like, "Man, going to see that Oppenheimer movie in IMAX was a big total joke." He was like, first off, they charge us $20 a ticket to go see IMAX, which is ridiculous. And then they go, "Oh, we didn't tell you, but if the people who paid $6 more get to sit down first." So he goes, all these people that paid an extra $6 that they didn't tell us about,
so they can
showed
go and
up.
grab the best seats.
They showed up and got all the best seats. So we
You
had
don't
to
have
sit
reserved seating.
we had to sit on the end or something.
Wow.
And then he was like, and then the stupid movie only showed one explosion. He's like, I wanted to see, he goes, the reason I went was to see a nuclear bomb go off in giant IMAX quality screen, over and over again. He wanted to see all the testing, not just the one. He wanted 5 or 6 bombs going off.
Oh, that's hilarious.
I think the big one was the only one that really
right.
counts, wasn't it?
So the actresses also have nominations for actress and actress in a supporting role, and you have movies like, what's Naiad about?
Aren't the Naiads like a D&D villain?
I don't know, but I don't know what that movie is, and I haven't seen Anatomy of a Fall. but I
They're
feel
like
like that was a.
they're like some kind of elf,
Okay.
like sort of like a dryad, but not.
Yeah, but what is this movie? I'm sure that's
I
not
have
what this
no
movie
idea.
is.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Don't know.
So are we thinking like, are you? I think this Lily Gladstone for Killers of the Flower Moon is going to get the Oscar.
Color Purple's gonna get that one. No,
Oh,
guaranteed.
for the supporting.
Yeah.
Yeah, that
guaranteed.
Danielle Brooks probably. You don't think that America Ferrera's gonna get it?
In Barbie, no.
Yeah. What about this Davine Joy Randolph? Now you guys didn't see the holdover, but I
No,
did.
we have no idea what this
I
is.
want to see it though.
Yeah, I saw it. She did a good job in that. She's a good actress. And then you don't think that like Emma Stone, since she's kind of like the award winner here. Did you guys see this Poor Things?
Nah.
No, what is it?
I don't know. It's kooky, I guess. It's like a is it a Tim Burton movie or something?
Mm.
I don't see. That's the thing. I haven't seen hardly any of the movies that these people are nominated for.
No, I didn't even know they were movies.
Yeah. And then I'll do this one. So for Best Picture, you got American Fiction, Anatomy of a Fall, Barbie, The Holdovers, Killers of the Flower Moon, Maestro, Oppenheimer, Past Lives, Poor Thing, and The Zone of Interest.
What's up?
It's likely going to go to a film you wouldn't expect.
So you think The Holdovers?
Not necessarily.
All right.
Hulu,
I'm guessing it's going to be. Oh, go what, Dan?
It's a comedy, right? The Holdovers.
Yeah. No, you know what? It's if it's a comedy, it does a real bad job of being a comedy. It's a comedy
Comedy that's not funny.
drama. It's a good movie. I liked it, but you gotta like these like kind of slow burn movies. Like, did you ever see this one with Kiefer Sutherland where he rode around on a motorcycle and took photos, and then he dated this girl who was deaf?
No.
And he was kind of like it was a rich family or something like that, and he was kind of like the odd kid and stuff like that. And for a while, he used to ride around with a mannequin in his motorcycle until he met this girl. It was kind of like that, where it was like, I don't know. Anyways, Bottle Rocket. Anybody seen Bottle Rocket with?
I remember Bottle Rocket. Yeah.
So it kind of like that, where it's supposed to be a comedy, but it has like a little serious undertone.
Yeah.
Yeah. Anyways, all right.
I think Oppenheimer's going to win this one.
Okay, I think it's either going to be The Holdovers or Killers of the Flower Moon. Nobody else wants to take a guess.
I haven't seen any. Well, no, I saw Barbie.
So you think Barbie's going to win the Academy Award?
No, but that's the only one I've seen.
All right.
I couldn't care less.
Exactly. I agree with
How
Eric.
you really feel, Eric?
Poor Things is available on Disney Plus. Just started streaming the other day, trying to get everybody interested in it right before the Academy Awards. That's exactly right.
Really?
I think it's going to be Oppenheimer.
Yeah. And then I threw this in here because animated feature film. Anybody see The Boy and the Heron?
Nope.
No.
Elemental.
Nope.
Elemental was good.
Okay.
That was good.
Nimona.
But I think,
Nope.
but I think Across the Spider-Verse will take it.
So will that be the first time a Marvel movie wins like an Academy Award in a film category?
Didn't the first one win an award?
I don't know. Did it?
I'm sure it won some awards. I don't follow the award.
All right. This
Stuff
is to me.
in
This
general.
is like me trying to tell you who won the Super Bowl last year. I couldn't tell you who won the Super Bowl last year either.
Exactly.
Yeah, I've already forgot who was in it this year.
All right. It was
Taylor
Wasn't
Swift.
Taylor Swift in the Super Bowl this year?
There you go.
Really
That's
was.
who it was. Yeah.
And she won an Oscar.
all right. We got some more people that joined us. We got Mr.
She broke
Vicky
the record,
earlier.
actually. She won.
Jumpy McClunky, Northern Nomad, Jonathan Redman. Let's see. Did I miss anybody? Sorry, I'm just cutting you guys off about. And then, of course, Paul Morales and Mr. B were here from the beginning.
She's the first person to win Best Album 4 years in a row.
What?
Yeah.
Oh, this is a very interesting thing. I was reading about her popularity because she came out with those first set of albums or whatever, and then that guy bought like the rights to all the original.
Well, no, she made a terrible deal as a kid because she was a child when they made the deal, and they didn't know she'd be.
Yes, but the guy who owns the rights to those original masters, she doesn't like at all. So apparently, in the article I read, Kelly Clarkson tweeted to her and said, "Why don't you just re-record them?"
She did, yeah.
So she spent the last few years re-releasing everything that she's done, and from what I read, it's like that has like put her into a different category because now a whole new audience gets a first run at all her old stuff again. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
There's another like kind of generation of people listening.
That's what got my mom into it. Yeah. Yeah.
And now that she owns the rights, somebody can go pay a license to the guy who owns the original recordings to do like commercials and stuff, but she doesn't have to approve that license.
No.
Instead, she can say, I'll just sell you a license much cheaper because I own all this stuff directly from her new recordings. I just don't. Yeah, it's crazy, like the way
he's going to turn into the Ross of entertainment, right?
Yeah, something. I guess that's why she's such a powerhouse for music and stuff like that, right? Because she basically has owned the music market for the past 5 years.
I couldn't tell you one Taylor Swift song, and if I heard it, I don't think I'd be able to recognize it.
You were such a liar, man.
Since you've been gone.
No, but hold on. I have seen her live though.
It's me.
I've seen her. I've seen her perform live, not intentionally though. I was actually disappointed to see her live. She had a guest appearance at the Rolling Stones 50 and Counting tour when I saw them in Chicago. She came out and played a few songs, and I was so bummed because I was expecting like, Buddy Guy to come out because Chicago and blues and Rolling Stones and whatnot. I figured they'd get some blues artists. Instead, Taylor Swift comes out, and I'm like, what the hell is this?
Yeah. So to go with what I read, Jonathan, was that she did have a non-re-record in the contract, but that's only good for like a year typically, which then allows the artist to go like put it on a best of track if they re-record it or do something different. So she re-recorded the albums, put new artwork on them or something like that, and then re-release them. And of course, her voice has changed over time. So
yeah, I wonder the difference in
so it's not the song because she owns the song and the music. It's the original recording of it. So if somebody wanted that original recording, like they wanted to release the original, they would have to go back to those other folks and pay for them. They would own that. They would make the money off of it.
Yeah. But I also heard that the part of the complication was because she was a child. She was like 12 years old when she wrote this contract up. And her and her parents had no clue that the company was screwing her over.
But the thing is,
better lawyers.
I feel like it's something that just
happens. It's a common practice, though.
Yeah, to people who are trying to make it in the industry because you want to just get a contract and get your music out there.
Yeah, exactly. I mean? Yeah.
And I think that like even with the American Idol folks when they were winning those first seasons, I think because the tweet was from Kelly Clarkson, who realized that basically she was robbed after that original American Idol, right? Because she won and then they owned everything.
Yeah, they do. They essentially will try to, if they're crooks. That's what they really are. Yeah.
But do you think those artists would have made it without American Idol?
A few of them, the ones that would have, not Taylor Hicks. Not the ones you don't hear of anymore.
Right. Well,
but I do have to say,
tours with Queen, right?
Adam Lambert.
Adam
Lambert.
Yeah, right. He'd have to recast and reshoot them, but yeah, he could. Technically could, yeah. But I do have to say though, like Taylor Swift is on another level because
she put her
when I was a kid or when growing up, I have a whole group of friends from New York that are diehard metalheads. Okay, they made fun of me because I would listen to Michael Jackson. I would listen to Kenny Rogers. I listened to people. I listened to
Laugh at
music.
people listening to Kenny Rogers. You got to
I
know
would
when to hold them, dude.
I would listen to
when to
music
hold
if the
them.
person was talented. You know what I mean? I'll crush any genre as long as the people doing that music are talented and seem to know what they're doing. So I had a mix. I mean, I would listen to Snoop Dogg, I'd listen to Dre, I would listen to rap. My diehard metal friends would make fun of me if I listened to anything other than metal. Okay.
Okay, so did you have the
When-
Glenn Medeiros single?
No, I don't even know who that is. So what I thought was funny was when
Through the
Folklore
Tulip.
when Folklore came out, Taylor Swift did an album called Folklore, and they put it on Disney Plus. Actually, had like the making of this thing, and I had friends who were like who've never listened to anything in their entire life other than metal music, diehard heavy metal. You know, and some of these guys were like they wouldn't even listen to Metallica because Metallica
What?
was too soft.
Oh, they were too tame. Yeah, they were too.
No, they were like death metal, like it's like
Yeah, they
Cannibal
were too
Corpse
tame.
and you know what I mean? Yeah, Metallica was on the radio, so that was too tame. That if someone was on the radio, you couldn't listen to it. But they loved Taylor Swift's Folklore. They're like, I can't believe this. The way she crafted those lyrics, the way she put that stuff together. They were like, they're diehard Taylor Swift fans,
Yeah.
and I'm going, how does this happen? You know what I mean? But when I did, I went on Disney Plus and I watched the Taylor Swift Folklore making of, and she sings her songs on it as well, and I was like, yeah, this is a really good album. And that was my introduction, was because these metalheads were going, you gotta listen to this girl. Her lyrics and the way she crafts these things together is just on another level, and it really is. I mean, I think that's why she is so popular, is because she's crossing into other genres without having to be in that other genre. You know what I mean?
Oh, you know what? Darn it!
Know when to run. Yeah. I used to have.
Now, Eric,
Missed your
counterpoint.
Yeah.
you missed your opportunity.
I used to
there's
have
just-
that Kenny Rogers thing playing. I had a handheld metal like tape player with the two buttons you had to push.
Oh, nice. Yeah.
And I used to play Kenny Rogers and walk down the street. You got to know when to hold him.
I bet you have. I bet you have a whole Barry Manilow collection.
No, I
I'd
never
be
got into
disappointed
Barry
if you
Manilow. No, never got into.
I'm sure
Yeah,
she's
I-
perfectly
I like
talented
Barry.
and whatnot, but it's just, I don't know, pop, and it's nothing against pop music. Pop music is fine in general, but pop music nowadays, I can't, in general.
It's different now than it was.
You're old. That's why.
Yeah, I feel like the old curmudgeon, yeah.
But the thing is none of today's music is new, though. That's been my thing since about year 2005 or so.
There's been
Nothing-
no originality since 1980.
No, and if you think about it, what is the 2000s and now the 2000 teens known for musically? So you go all the way back. You're like the 50s was like doo-wop and bebop and stuff. The 60s was that Summer of Love kind of music. And then you've got the 70s, which is mostly known for disco, but you also got the rise of punk and punk rock. And then the 80s was like glam metal, heavy metal music, and you've got the pop scene taking off. In the 90s, you went into some new wave, alternative, industrial, and then you get the 2000s. There's
Emo.
nothing that defines the
I was in high school.
decade.
I was in high school in the early 2000s.
Jonathan's telling
Emo
you
was
that.
big.
Oh, Jonathan's telling you K-pop is the new music. John.
I don't have anything against K-pop.
I do actually. J-pop. I'm more a fan of J-pop than K-pop.
I don't know any of the K-pop music, but I have nothing against that.
But I do have to say Blackpink. Blackpink is pretty cool, you know.
I have to say,
probably-
Vern has the longest hair. It
I don't know,
rises up
Vern or
higher.
Dan, right?
No, Dan's probably bangs are much longer than mine.
Yeah.
You know,
I don't-
when I lived in
Oh, I don't know.
Seattle,
Yeah.
when I lived in Seattle, the last couple years that I was there, I got this job because Cirque du Soleil came into town, and they were looking for drivers, people who would pick them up from the airport, take them to the hotel, and then
Oh my!
pick them up and take them to like where they were going to perform, and so I was like, I can do that. So I was doing that, you know. And when Blackpink came into town, I had to drive those girls around. It was, and I gotta say, they are freaking awesome. I love them.
I just heard this on the radio like last week,
So we
Dave,
didn't specify
and I was like, "What on earth is this? Can we
Did they
come up
change
with
the
something?"
historical
Yeah.
figures?
Yes, they changed the.
So no more
lyrics a
Harry
lot.
Truman and Doris Day.
I can't recall. I think there was some overlap and whatnot, but they did some new stuff, and it's just like, why? Do something original.
Yeah. You know, the thing is, like, the music that I always listened to when I was like probably
Muted.
high school age into my early 20s, I liked songwriters. So I was a big Billy Joel, John Cougar Mellencamp, these guys that like wrote stories, you know, the storytelling songs. I love that type of music.
Yeah.
Yeah.
In the summer of '69.
We've all been through a
when did you
phase,
get
though,
him?
right?
What?
I mean, we've all been through a phase, though, right? I mean, we've all had the weird, you know, I don't know,
music.
Marilyn Manson.
Oh,
Posse.
Sid Nancy.
What's that?
Sid Vicious.
I spent a week at Marilyn Manson's apartment in New York City.
See, I knew it. I knew it. That was that about the time you were back, New Kid on the Block when you were.
We were essentially friends.
John was hanging out with the Beastie Boys.
We were essentially friends with Trent Reznor and Marilyn Manson and them, because when they came to town, we'd hang out for weeks with them, and then we got invited. They told me to come to New York, so I went to New York and hung out with them in New York City, in Marilyn Manson's apartment there and everything. Yeah, it was. That was a crazy couple years, man.
I think Mariah Carey's first album came out the year I came to San Diego.
Oh, there you go. Metallica, Pink Floyd.
But
Yeah.
I also knew
Zeppelin.
CC DeVille from Poison and Bret Michaels. We hung out with them too. I hung out with Guns N' Roses, Aerosmith.
Eric, I have some affirmation for you. There is a confirmed 137.5 million songs sold of Taylor Swift. There's 330 million people in the U.S., so you are in the majority.
There you go.
Oh, who
Rick,
has not
I know-
bought anything?
I know Tragically Hip, Rick. I know Tragically Hip. Best band to come out of Canada. Yeah, I know them. Weren't they from St. Catharines, right? Weren't they? I think they were, yeah. If I remember right.
Oh, did I skip?
I think my friend went to high school with one of them.
What era was that, John?
Tragically Hip was
Yeah.
80s. I think
Can
it
you
was.
sing one of their
I
songs?
feel like it was in the 80s. We were listening to them.
Sing
No,
one of
not
their
offhand. No, I don't offhand. No,
No.
80s, 90s. You're right. Yep.
I'd have a hard time even telling you a Poison song, and we knew who they were.
What?
Right?
Oh, okay.
Boo.
Oh
Okay.
no, Good Time. Right? Well, thank you for the good times or whatever.
What was your guys?
Don't need nothing but a good time. That's what it is, right?
Did you have one of those go-to songs that was like your favorite song when you were like maybe right before you turned 18?
Probably
That
some
you wanted
Fall Out
to listen
Boy
to
song.
all the time in the car that still resonates with you today?
Well, we left that Nine Inch Nails Pretty Hate Machine in the tape player of my car for an entire summer. From the moment we left school to the moment we went back to school at the end of the summer, it just played nonstop and was flipped over every single.
My friend's car 5150 got stuck in the tape deck, but he didn't have auto reverse, so he had to rewind it when it would get to the end of the tape. So you only listen to one side.
One side over and over and over again. Yeah.
Yeah, that's so
I
funny.
remember those.
You know
Yeah,
what?
you'd
But
have
we
that
used
one-
to we listened to Metallica's Battery like to death. Ride the Lightning was on that. You know, it was like, yeah, Master of Puppets got played like so much that the tape got worn off, so it was just plain white. You couldn't tell what was written on it, like all the words got worn off.
You guys probably all, the three of you over there on that side, probably all listen to the same music, while me and Dino were listening to Barry Manilow and
I still
No,
listen
it
to
was
Barry
John
Manilow.
Denver.
When
It
I'm at
was
work,
actually
I put
me
on-
and
I like
it
John
was actually
Denver.
me and G-Force. It turns out that G-Force and I were at a lot of the exact same concerts at the exact same time.
Really?
Like, it's crazy how much our lives overlapped. But so he was like standing next to me at all these concerts.
Can you
and we
imagine,
didn't
like-
know each other yet.
You know what would be hilarious is if you were ever looking through like old pictures at like a
He's
concert,
probably
he
in
was,
some,
and
yeah.
you guys just see each other, but don't know it because you probably
Yeah.
look so different, right? At those times.
Oh yeah, I had hair down to my butt back then. I was like the Axl Rose.
All right, saying hello here to Dino, who has joined us. I didn't actually see you come in.
Yeah, I've been quiet the whole time.
I didn't. Did you let him in?
Yeah, he's just here to observe.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
A silent partner.
Gee whiz, it's a tough crowd.
I didn't
All right.
know that Souls in the Pro.
All right, so
Actually, believe it or not, I think my most played was Frank Sinatra. I
really,
played the crap out of
Really?
wow,
cassette tape
I
of that.
the tape.
Two live crew for me.
Eric didn't have tapes.
Oh,
What did you
heck
play
yeah.
on?
No,
CD?
no. Like I was young enough to have like some cassettes. I mean, by that like
Hey, Brian.
mostly CDs, but yeah. I
Didn't
listened
know
to a
the
lot.
pain of cassette tape.
I listened to a lot of music from the 60s and 70s because that's what my parents grew up with and whatnot. So like Beatles, Beach Boys, Stones, The Who, right?
Oh,
A lot
nice.
of that.
The Yardbirds.
Yeah.
Yep,
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah. I could keep going, but yeah.
I used to.
Temptations. Yeah.
Oh, that's actually a good mix of bands.
I used
So
to
when-
listen to all that too. Yeah.
When I was like 14,
Sam Cooke.
15, we got our first video camera. So I used to set it up in my living room, plug the video feed into my VCR. Then I had a cassette player, the portable one, and I would plug that into the audio feed of the VCR, and I would play songs and film myself pretending to be singing and playing the guitar and stuff like
Yeah.
that.
I think I've done that. My buddy
And
and
I
I.
want to see these. I need to see them. Where are they?
And then my favorite one, my friend showed up while I was in the middle of doing this. So he was like, "Hey, I'll do one." So we did that White Snake, the Here I Go. Here I
Oh.
go.
Oh,
again
here
on
I go
And, like,
again on my own.
I had to get a couple of, like a microphone for him. So it's like a razor, like an electric razor.
Nice.
Nice.
Oh my
God.
gosh. I still have those videos. One day maybe I'll
Yeah, we got to see
maybe
them.
I'll put them up for members or something like that.
Yeah. I need to
I'm
dig
not
up
sure-
old pictures of me in like high school as like the emo kid.
Brian, I'm not sure what the SPAC is. I lived in upstate New York, so every concert I went to was either in New York or Ohio, Pennsylvania, or we would cross the border and go into Toronto, St. Catharines, all that area, up to Toronto. So we pretty much went to every rock concert there was for a couple years. In those 3 or 4 states.
Really? I was looking to see if I had one of those videos handy.
Jeez.
I'm not
Yeah.
gonna.
Uploaded on your computer.
I have them on my computer somewhere.
Okay.
It's what the problem is, like trying to find like your old movies or whatever.
Saratoga. No, so not Saratoga. No.
Yeah, I was big into Kiss in the 70s. We used to dress up as Kiss, walk the streets and stuff wearing like those big boots we made. We made like giant boots and had the Kiss makeup on. We used to have like Halloween parties.
Wow.
Look at that, Eric. Nice, Eric.
Oh, heck yeah.
Yeah. Quiet Riot,
Quiet Riot.
mental
Yeah,
health.
Quiet Riot was great.
Rat. We used to listen to Rat.
Rat. Oh my god.
Wasp. We listened to Wasp. You know, yeah.
Slaughter.
Halloween,
Firehouse.
Celtic Frost. Yeah, all those.
I've never seen Kiss in
Iron
concert
Maiden.
though. I'd love to.
But I also listened to The Cure and the Cranes and all that
The
stuff.
Smiths.
Too. The Smiths, yeah. But
Oh, the Smiths.
Not
I've
the
seen
Will.
more. I've seen Morrissey live a handful of times.
I
He's
got
really good.
free tickets to his concert in San Diego. It's an open air. So me and a friend of mine, we grabbed a blanket. We stopped at the pizza place, and we were going to sit outside the open air theater. We got out of the car, and there was like some dad dragging his two like high school teenagers back to the car. And he looked at us and said, "You guys got tickets?" And he goes, and we're like, "No." And he goes, "Here." And he gave us these 2 tickets. They were like in the third row. And then he
That's
dragged
awesome.
the kids to the car, and we got to the line. We were like, "Oh, we can't take this pizza in." So we grabbed a slice, and people were like, "Hey, I'll give you $5 for a slice of pizza." So we sold most of the pizza, but it was
Oh wow.
Is that your
All
hair?
right.
wow.
yeah, that's me.
Whoa.
I wouldn't have recognized you if you were in one of my old pictures,
Oh, heck no.
but I feel like I seen you before. Dino's eating.
And then one day, and then I ended up with a blue mohawk before I went bald. So I went all over.
You've been all over the board with your hair.
All right, let's see. Let's do the creator spotlight. Let me grab this
Let's do it.
guy's link. And
My Michael Jackson jacket when I was a kid.
Oh no way. That's awesome.
Thriller time. I wish I still had that coat because it'd be worth a fortune now.
Oh yeah, I bet.
Probably.
all right, so I'm throwing this guy's link up in the chat. It's Derek over there. Toy Lens. If you guys aren't following him on Instagram, I was taking a look. He's only got about 5,200 followers, so give him a follow.
Nickelback.
Figure out.
Yeah.
That's where I've seen that look before.
Yep.
All
Nickelback.
right, so I pulled some of the pictures off. I thought they looked pretty cool. This is one with Godzilla. I think that's pretty timely since Godzilla's out there. and
That's a
everybody's
cool
buying
one. Yeah.
I wonder what
Ghidorah?
what other figure is that there?
Yeah, where did he get that Ghidorah figure? Because that I don't think one
You
that
know,
good exists.
These figures could actually be really small ones, right? Like
Okay, yeah.
where you like a rubber.
Perspective. Yeah.
Yeah, and it could
Yeah.
just be that he's the way he's using them. I don't know how he's doing his pictures, but I mean, like he's got like in the GI Joe one here, you could see the little propane tank and stuff like that. It's pretty cool. So he's making a lot of stuff for his pictures. I don't know where he got the subway.
Well,
Car.
it somehow got an action figure of Rick.
That's
in there.
cardboard. That's cardboard cut. You can tell the edge of the window is cardboard cut out.
Oh, okay. But it looks really cool. I mean, like I think he did a really good job on it.
On the reflection. You
Yeah,
see the
Rick is in the subway. You're right. Rick's
Yeah,
sitting
right
right there
there.
by the window.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is that Rick or Obadiah Stane?
But what's the difference?
Yeah.
What I want to know is it shot that way so Spider-Man is stuck to the side, or is it laying down so Spider-Man's laying down and those guys are just kind of, the guys in the car are going this way. You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
you know, it could be a layer on top too, right? Like he could have taken a picture of the Spider-Man or whatever,
Laying down and just kind of layered them
laying
together.
down. Yeah, and then even with the reflection on the glass, but had like green screen behind it or something, or had that other picture. So it could be multiple layers. I mean,
You're right.
just creative. I just think
No, it's
But
good.
it looks like,
good.
but it looks like his hands are like the shadows are just right.
yeah, they're
I
like
know, yeah,
no.
they look. It
So
looks.
he's not
perfect.
stuck to it, and I doubt the figure would hold still if he just had his legs stuck.
Yeah.
Unless
So
he
he-
had figures mounted in the base and then turned it upside down. I think it's man, but but look at the reflection though.
Yeah.
It's probably easier if it was laying flat and he's got like the figures in the subway like gummed down to
That's
to
what
the
I'm
base.
thinking.
Yeah.
Brilliant either way though.
Yeah, it looks good. And then I like the use of lighting and everything on these pictures. So that's Toylins over there on Instagram.
That bowl
it's
is
cool
cool.
logo too. The lens.
Yeah.
Established 2021. All right, I thought that was pretty cool. I thought I'd just show that off.
Thanks for sharing, man.
Yeah. All right, I didn't mean to cut you guys off. You guys were talking about something.
We're
Waffling about something. Some nonsense.
So it's
Thanks.
great.
Speaking of toys.
What?
I said speaking of toys.
Yeah. So like I'm supposed to be walking on my foot, but now I have to go to Ross to see if I can find those lightsabers. So that's not supposed to be walking. That's Thousands Ghost telling me he's gonna
Oh,
go
hey, Chris.
search for lightsabers.
Did
Oh my
you
gosh!
grab one?
Good luck, man.
I've been to 4 stores and then I went to 2 more today. 2 of them at the second time today.
I
That's
and-
Leia's lightsaber too, right?
Yeah.
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 I found 2 of them. I grabbed the 2 that I found. I mean, for
That's
40
why I want it. I mean,
Giveaway.
when
members giveaway from Vern Oakhurst Studios. Nice. Thanks.
when
Thanks,
when
Vern.
when that saber came out, I was like, that'd be the only other one I would get is Leia's lightsaber, just because it's Leia's.
Yeah.
You know?
It's a good one. It's a good one.
It is interesting. I took it out of the box. I was messing around with it. I like the
FX
extra
features in
effects. There's like a little trigger button
Yeah.
on the one side where
Blaster
the
effects
blaster
and-
effects, and then if you hold it, it's like you're cutting through something. It's got the little
Yeah.
Oh, nice.
orange.
Yeah, I like that
Right.
stuff. I think
Huh.
that's cool.
So it's really neat. I mean, for $40, I mean that's a fantastic deal for. a
I've
saber.
never I've never seen those that cheap. That's a steal.
Yeah, it's crazy.
I think the last one was
Ray's
like
saber
$60,
was around.
right?
I think it was 59.
Yeah,
that
$60
time.
for Rays.
I
And
got
then-
I got my Kylo Ren one at Ross the year that Kylo Ren came out, and I think it was around $30 or $40. But
if I see them, I'll pick them up and make them available or whatever.
I'm trying to buy at least 2 jump Mr. B. If I see them, I'll buy 2, maybe 3. If you really want another one, I'll
Who
get
do you
3.
think? What are you going to be?
Hoarding
Grievous for
lightsabers.
Halloween or something?
No,
All these
because
lightsabers?
one to
Because
put on
one-
his wall,
yeah, one to put on the
and
wall and one to
there,
hang
and
on
one
to.
to take over to his mom's house for that room.
Yeah,
Yeah.
there you go. No,
Each
it's
room
because
in the
like
house.
as soon as
There's
Ross
nightlight
sells
In
out,
each room.
as soon as Ross sells out, they're going to go back to $200, and
then
I'll
he
be
can
able to
increase
trade
the toy
it.
budget for a month.
Yeah, I'll be able to trade it with somebody for $200 worth of stuff
Yeah.
I want.
Good
You know,
thinking, John. Good thinking. You know what's interesting to me is like I did all those toy hunts in December, and they were pretty good. Like I didn't see very many people doing Ross toy hunts at first, and then more people started doing them. But right after Christmas, I expected this Ross toy thing just to dry up, and
See,
go
there
away.
you go.
But like when I was there this weekend, not only did I find the Axe Wolves, I found like the Grief Karga, right? And a couple of other figures and stuff like so. Black Series figures are still showing up, and those Marvel figures on cards are showing up.
Yeah, I
Because
wish
we
I'd
have-
find some of those carded ones. Yeah,
Yeah, they had Tigra at the one store. I haven't seen like the X-Men ones or whatever.
Yeah, that's what I
except in
want.
somebody's cart.
Yeah. I
yeah.
missed out on the first wave.
But it's amazing the stuff showing up. Rolando, right? He was doing his toy hunt, and he was showing those Hot Wheels, those American scene Hot Wheels. They come in like a long box or whatever.
Yeah.
And those are only like I think like $15 or whatever at Ross. And I thought that was a pretty good deal for those. I didn't see them. It's like 5 cars in there or something like that. And I like the box. It looks like a little trailer or something like that. But some of the stuff is like a little overpriced, like the
I still think Thor's hammer is too much, even at $25.
I didn't see it for 25. The cheapest I saw is Thor. It's Lady Thor's hammer, and the cheapest I
the
saw
one that's all
was,
cracked.
yeah, I saw it was a 34.
We had it for 25, and I was like,
Yeah,
even at 25, I don't want to buy it.
Doesn't
If it
light
was
up?
10 or 15, I may have grabbed it. But yeah,
Yeah. And then
25 bucks for a big hammer, that's pretty good. It's
Yeah,
one
but
of those
it's so
FX ones
light.
too, right?
Yeah,
it's so light. I mean, when you pick up that box, it's like you could just toss
Well,
it.
I mean, it's you, John, man. You have the what ability is that when you can pick up the Thor hammer?
Worthy, you're worthy.
Yeah, you are worthy.
Really?
He is the toy hunter. I can pick up the hammer.
We had
All right.
I checked our Ollie's in Ross today, and they had the credit collection Bo-Katan and those. What was the one I sent you, Dino?
The
Yeah, I'll have to go to
WWE,
Ollie's.
the superstars.
$3.99.
Wow.
Yeah,
Those superstars.
Wow. I
this is
saw
full price at my Walmart.
they had the AEW, I guess Series 10 or whatever for like 1 week. I found them in 2 stores, and I've never seen them again.
The new packaging, the new with the new art. Yeah,
and I actually found a Chase figure, which I thought.
Really? You didn't buy it?
I did. The box was a little bit damaged, but I bought it.
Which Chase?
I don't know. I got rid of it already. It was Britt Baker.
Oh.
Yeah, you posted that, didn't you?
Yeah. And then so it's fun to go to Ross. And then, like Hasbro had a great sale. I bought Jabba the Hutt finally.
Yeah. I'm still waiting for the vintage collection to come out.
Yeah. And then I got these guys. I couldn't believe it. So I know the Indiana Jones line is pretty much done. This pack was $20 on Pulse.
Oh, wow.
So, I mean,
oh, wow.
I thought that was a good deal to grab it before, all those Indiana Joneses are just lost in the woodwork, because, I mean, I don't think any more figures are ever coming out for that line.
Unfortunately,
I think the only Indy one
I mean, how many
Indy
more?
with the monkey.
Oh, that was on sale on the Pulse too.
That's the only one I want.
So he was much cheaper on Pulse than he was on Amazon. And since I was already bundling stuff to get me to the free shipping, might as well.
Although the one with the idol would be cool too. I've never seen
that was a cool set.
That was a Pulse exclusive, I think.
Yeah.
And then the Doc Ondar is now on Entertainment Earth. If you guys missed them,
Didn't that get taken down?
Did it? Oh,
I thought I saw an update from the Yakface yesterday saying those posts for Entertainment Earth and Big Bad Toy Store got taken down.
I'm gonna go look. I'm looking right now, and I got every freaking pop up.
NECA does a great job.
site.
Jumpy says he picked up the Flash figures.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, you know what? It's not
That's cool.
coming up anymore. All right, delay that, I guess. No Doc Ondar for anybody.
That 2-pack of the Flash figures with Ming and Flash.
Uh-huh.
That was super cool. Those were really the 2-pack looked fantastic.
Yeah.
I think Ming had his like cape and everything.
I did order a couple of figures from that Mythic Legions from the Store Horsemen, like back in February, when they had when it went on sale. And I can't believe that I didn't read the small print where they say it could take 5 weeks to ship. I'm like, why do you take 5 weeks to ship something that you have in stock?
Right.
Yeah, right.
But 5 weeks to ship.
I mean, is it really one guy working in his garage?
Maybe it's just because it was your address, Vern.
Yeah.
I don't know. It would be the first Mythic Legions that I was going to get. And then I actually was thinking about canceling my order just because after sitting on it for 2 weeks thinking like, man, it turned out they were kind of expensive with shipping because they charge like a boatload for shipping. Shipping's not cheap.
Yeah, NECA does the same thing. NECA's overpriced with shipping, I think.
Yeah,
too.
it's like they're making money off the shipping, I think. And then they told me,
So
you want
a boat? Like, does that mean you have to go out and buy a boat and then send them the boat in order to pay for the shipping?
Yeah, it would be like if I were going to ship something to John, USPS priority, or would charge you for that flat rate box, the $20 for the flat rate box, and then I'm going to ship it USPS ground, which is like the cheapest one, because that's
what I
they're
do
gonna
for
do.
John. That's exactly
So
what I do.
they're going to make
That's
like
what I
$10
do.
off the shipping. But anyways, they
Yeah.
charge, and then they charge you $15 if you try to cancel your order.
Really?
Yeah,
Oh,
I
that's
just-
ridiculous.
yeah. I think that's I don't know. I guess you got to read all the small print.
I think the only one I'd want is the Headless Horseman.
Yeah, probably my last orders from them.
Well,
I just can't justify the price point. They're cool. But...
Yeah, the thing is, it was one of those things like it was like, oh, in stock, and I got all excited about the in stock, and then I hadn't bought any before, and I wanted to try them out and like see if they were good figures, and then after realizing I'm going to be waiting for 5 weeks, and then the vamp shipping and all that kind of stuff, and I'm like, oh man, this is going to be like tough. I actually reached out to them, and they were like, yeah, $15 will cancel your order, and I was like, oh, you guys suck.
yeah, that's
Wow.
ridiculous.
Anyway, so
Handcrafting each figure.
I mean, so yeah, like, so even if they're really great figures, I don't know if I will be ordering from them anymore. That's the problem, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Did
It's
I hear
unfortunate,
you?
but- What?
Right, Vern? Did you say you got your notification for the vamp too?
I got an email saying, yeah, it was getting ready, so make sure your address was correct and all that kind of stuff.
So excited.
Yeah,
From where? Where did you order the thing?
from Pulse.
Hasbro Pulse.
Oh, okay.
They sent out
Ship out next week, and then Big Bad Toy Store shipped out my 60th anniversary GI Joes at the lower price.
Oh, wow.
nice.
Because
Nice.
they made the mistake in the pricing, so I guess they just took it and said, well, if you got it at the lower price, you got it at the lower price. So those shipped out. I should be getting those coming up this week sometime.
Oh yeah, March
Mhm.
8th. I got the thing. Yeah.
Volume. Yeah, Sonny's is right. It's a girth thing. Like
Well, you know what's interesting though is like when you go to USPS and you do the shipping and you do that ground, it's like they say up to like 70 inches, regardless of what one dimension is, right? So it can't
Right.
exceed a certain. So if it's long and then skinny, it doesn't matter. If it's big and bulky, it doesn't matter, as long as the total length, width, height don't exceed 70 or something like that.
yeah.
So
Yeah, so there's an overall and then there's an accumulative. Right? But they both have markers where it's gonna bump you up with a balloon charge.
yeah.
Did John
Yeah.
fall asleep?
What?
What's up with John?
no,
You okay?
I'm
many
looking to
push-ups?
see.
He's just here observing too.
I'm looking to see if they charged me yet, and they didn't charge me yet.
All right.
For the
Okay.
band.
Anyways, let's do the hot or not stuff while we're sitting here talking about toys. These are the toys that are being peddled this week. You decide if you're going to add them to your collection or skip them and leave them to show up next year at my Ross.
Yeah.
All right. I think we talked about some of this stuff before, but I thought I'd mention that the Collector Con starts on March 14th at 7 a.m. Pacific time. And remember to move your clocks if you do so.
Right. Yeah.
Tomorrow morning or tonight, however you think about it, before you go to sleep, so you wake up with the correct time.
Do you have any clocks that you have to move?
Yes, I
The
have.
microwave.
All my clocks automatically, they're all plugged to the internet.
Yeah.
They automatically change.
I have
coffee pot.
multiple. So hold on. So right above my closet there, I probably have an analog clock like of some type in every room of my house.
Huh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I love them.
My
I'm
Star
a-
Wars alarm clock. In
This could be like a
1978.
topic for another day too, because like when you collect action figures and stuff, there's a lot of other stuff that you probably tend to collect, and I have a bunch of watches.
Mm.
Really?
I wish I had that Salacious Crumb
The
clock from
Regal Robot one,
No.
you need it?
No, the clock from
Half
Celebration.
price,
It's kind of like the like a Felix the Cat clock.
Uh-huh.
Oh yeah, that's right. Yeah, and it
Yeah.
had the
There was a
Yeah.
Celebration exclusive several
Oh,
years
right.
back.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, that's a
Yeah.
cool
That
one.
thing's
Yeah.
super cool.
Are you sure, Eric? I mean,
No,
it looks
that's
great in your
pretty.
room.
No, that's pretty cool. I think my wife would kill me if I had something like that in my house.
So John, Vern, do you have like a long trench coat for all your watches?
Yeah, do you
It's like
No, I don't have a trench coat for my watches.
see when I want to know what time it is, I do this. What time is it?
What time? Oh, you just look at your phone.
I just tap my thing and it shows me. And this is always
I
right
thought
next
I thought you were using Siri to ask what time it is
What
when you
time
could just
is it?
tap, when you could just tap and see it on the top.
All right, so we got the Collector Con, of course, and let's see. I just picked a few items out of there. This, of course, is the repurposed Ram Cycle and Firefly.
No, it's not Firefly. It's
That's
Shockwave.
That's the upgraded Firefly. The new
No,
one.
it's Shockwave.
Yeah, but everything except for the head is the new Firefly body.
If you say so.
And then he comes with the original Firefly's drone.
Yep.
It's a cool
Anyway.
pack, though. That's a lot of stuff.
How much is this? Is this 50?
When I see it marked down in the store, I'll buy it.
I don't know if it's ever going to make it to store if it's this Collector Con, John.
Some of
Oh,
these
it'll
things
be-
do.
it'll be all
You're
over
going to
it.
order it. It's going to become unavailable, sold out afterwards, order canceled, and then a year from now, it's going to be at Ross.
Yeah, exactly.
Hey, can we go back to
What
the
is-
clock for a second?
The bike is slightly different than the other bikes, isn't it?
Keep your clock idea in the back of your head, and we'll talk about the clocks again after we get to the figures.
Okay.
All right. We'll synchronize our watches.
Yeah.
All right. So the thing is about this bike is it made me think of Street Hawk. Didn't G.I. Joe come out with like a Street Hawk version of the
Smaller
of
ones?
the Ram at one time?
Well, they had the silver one.
Didn't they have like snake
the
eyes or
sidecar.
something like that on like the motorcycle, and it was supposedly branded Street Hawk or something like that?
Well, if they did that, it was for the movies later on. But yeah, okay.
All right. Anyways, I think this looks pretty. I think it's pretty cool with
Oh,
old.
yeah.
Is that a
But
drone
isn't
on
isn't this bike slightly different? Isn't the nose cut off a little shorter, and then the tail light's different, isn't it?
Is it? I have to like look.
And then it's got that wrap around the exhaust. There was never a wrap around the exhaust.
I think there is a wrap around the exhaust.
Is there?
Really?
I don't have one handy.
Yeah, mine are at the house, so I can't grab them.
Hold on. Oh, don't. I have one right here that I just
Not,
broke.
there's a wrap mold, but it's not colored.
Yeah,
It's
hold
not
on.
painted. Okay.
Hold on.
It's not painted. But you're right. The mold is there. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
All right.
It's just not painted. Yeah. And the front and back are the same.
Yeah. There's the back.
Yeah.
Oh, because the bars are painted.
Yeah.
That's why it looks different. Okay.
Jonathan's got a good point that when they released the Trouble Bubble, it was $1 or $5 cheaper when they had the exclusive.
Yeah. And that one's going to get marked down soon. There's like 20 of them at every Target I go to.
Yeah, I hope
Not
so,
any of
man.
my
Just-
targets, unfortunately.
what are they hanging on to?
Yeah.
All right.
I
And then
take 25% at this point because I just want to get it.
yeah, who will buy it when they see it on clearance?
Who will buy Captain America?
No, it's
What?
Captain America. What are you talking
It's
about?
Captain America.
Mary.
Where?
There's no letter there. It's a Mary.
Yeah,
Oh, is
What
this
are you
Is
talking
that
Hydra?
intentional?
I
On
don't
the
know.
box.
Hydra version?
Where do you? Oh, you know what it is? It's when I removed the background from the image, I just forgot to go in there and tell it to keep
the
that
seat.
area or whatever because it removed all the white.
Ah,
Gotcha.
All right.
Oh,
So
okay.
who's getting a painted action figure with a fancy shield? Anybody?
No.
All right, I can see the silence here.
no. Not a big legend.
I don't collect that anymore.
Yes, I'll get
Mr.
this.
B is saying
This
he's
is cool.
being ignored.
Gotta get this.
All right.
Whose droid is that?
Grief Karga's.
Yeah.
Although
Oh.
you know what would have really set this apart though is if this came with the little droid, or was it one or two droids that held Grief Karga's cape in
Oh,
season
that'd be
3?
funny.
The little
That would be funny.
things
Yeah.
trailing with the cape. Yeah, we need a season 3 Grief Karga
Yeah,
with
that
the
would be
big
cool.
cape and the tiny little droid carrying it. Yeah,
They
so it
should
doesn't
come with
touch the
Grief
ground.
Karga, though.
yeah.
Yeah. All
Yeah.
right. So Eric's the only one buying this one?
No, I'll get it. Yeah.
Okay, John too.
I like
Dino?
my astromech droids.
Dino's not going to get it because it's not vintage yet.
Yeah,
Dan?
I do get vintage collection, but I try to stay with original trilogy or like episode 1, 2, and 3. I do like.
Okay. Dan?
I'm washing my hands of the Black series for a while till I get through some of the G.I. Joe stuff because I want like almost all the ones that they released.
Is this TBC?
No,
No,
it's
I
a
think
Black
that's
Black
Black
Series.
Series.
Black Series.
It's black.
Oh, yeah, I don't.
What
like
about
Black Series.
This
The
is
Prowler.
awesome. Yeah, no,
Yeah,
this is
I'll
cool.
definitely get the Prowler.
John's 100% with anything that's like a Marvel comic. So I think if it's Marvel Comics,
He'll
Dino's
probably
gonna get
replace the Prowler I have. You know.
Dino, you
Yeah, I
should
love the
get,
retro cards. Spider-Man retro. I get just about every single one of them.
You should buy this Halloween costume and make your Scream 2 movie.
Yeah, they used to call me the Prowler in high school.
Yeah,
No.
yeah. the window watcher.
Yeah.
What
Not
about
the
these
Prowler I was thinking.
mutants in a half shell? These are the 80s versions, the original
Did
version,
they already
right?
release these?
Yeah, 1984.
No, but didn't they already?
They
Released
were
these
all
a
the
few years
they
ago?
were all the same color though, right?
Yeah, these are like
The
supposedly
different shade.
I might be interested in these just because I had those original ones. I don't have anymore, so these I might be interested in because I did like them at the time.
I don't have any
I think
space
they're-
anymore. I'm all done. I'm all done with Turtles.
Aren't they already on the shelf at
I didn't know.
I thought I saw some turtles released again at the other day, and they were on
They have the
new
movie
package
line.
design.
Yeah, I'll
Not
have
the
to.
movie ones. They were on a new package design, and they were the 4 turtles
Oh,
again. And I was
yeah.
like, they did these again, like, but on new packages.
All right, so John's out. I can just tell by the tone in your voice.
Yeah, I've already got all 4 turtles.
Yeah, no, I'm all done with that too.
Or maybe I should just pick up the original 1984 ones.
I think that's
I
what I
still
have.
have my original
Yeah, me
one
too.
from '84.
Darn it. I'm the only one that lost mine. What about this guy right here? Krang. Look at his
Yes.
cards all messed up. Darn it.
I'm absolutely getting this. I love Krang, and this is a cool version.
Now, why do they show his belly? Why is his belly? Is that the Easy Bake Oven?
That's Frank.
So you can
No,
poke
that's
it.
Krang. Krang is in there.
I'm just messing with you.
What's wrong with you, Bird?
It's the Pillsbury Doughboy in there.
All right. So everybody up here, Dan, John, Eric, and Dino, you guys are all Walmart Collector Con just for this figure.
No, I don't want
No.
that. I don't want to get into this line. I think if I get one, I'm gonna end up getting them all.
Is that big?
Looks like it.
Yeah. Is that the one they were talking about that was like supersized?
No, it's not like that big.
Turtles are Grayskull. Yeah. Okay. What about now? Anybody? This is a repack, right? On a card.
Yeah,
So did anybody get it when it wasn't on a card?
no, because it's NECA.
No.
I don't get NECA.
Well, because you're only NECA broke, right?
I don't like NECA.
NECA does some cool stuff. Like I got
They look
Alf.
great, but they break.
Come on.
You just it's only because I manhandle them.
I was gonna
This
say
guy's
just-
got-
No, I don't even touch mine, and they break.
Yeah,
Hold on.
they
Wait a
do
minute. Wait a minute. Eric, you're going to have to show that again because I'm going to make you big screen because let's see.
You're wearing the same
Yeah,
shirt.
do it.
you guys kind of match.
You said that was from Solo, that shirt you're wearing, but it's from Alf.
It's from Al.
Hey. I
Uh,
don't know.
all right. So I don't know. I might consider this if I can find it on sale. Just for a Dungeons and Dragons figure. What about this guy?
What's that?
He's neat. Wow.
Is that
Crazy.
Motu?
Yeah.
Looks
John?
like it.
John? No?
I don't know
No.
who it is, so probably not.
All right.
Is it Too Bad after they split Too Bad in half?
I think
Wow.
his neck is just interchangeable.
It
you
looks
had
like
to-
one
Oh.
part of Too Bad.
It'd be
I thought
cool
you
if
guys
it
would-
was telescopic, right? To just come
Yeah.
out. Yeah.
I think it's just a swappable neck head.
Mm.
I thought you guys would look right at this and say, "Oh yeah, that's exactly."
No, I'm still
figured
looking
that.
for Squeeze. I want to get the new Squeeze because I have the vintage Squeeze. That was one of my favorite.
Please. What?
That was my favorite Motu figure.
Huh?
You know the one with the long arms.
Oh, great stool.
This is a Snake Man.
I didn't
Village
move it.
Terror, something like that.
Necor.
Yeah, something.
Rick says Necor.
I thought it was Terror.
It's terrible.
Yeah. All right. What
Look
about?
at that bear.
Is this a Fortnite? Oh no.
It kind of looks like one, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Looks like some anime thing.
All right. It's it's a different company. I can't remember the name of the company, but
It's naked.
yeah.
That's
And what
cool.
about this? Is this another attempt to do that like clear plastic action figure, but this time with the Power Rangers because they feel like it would be more sellable?
I thought the
Why do
line
I
was
keep-
dead.
Yeah,
Me
I keep
too.
hearing they lost the license to Power Rangers,
I'm
and
surprised to see this.
all of a sudden they're making what was his name? Who's
Robo
the
Fred.
Masters of the Universe robot guy?
Trap
Roboto.
Roboto? This looks just like Roboto.
I guess this would be cool if you wanted to grab them and paint them up because you could make different stuff. I keep thinking about
What do you
like
mean paint him up? He's clear. That's the gimmick. Now you're gonna paint over the clear.
Listen, I'm saying like if you wanted to make like a custom, like say Brave Star figure, the chest piece looks pretty good for like using for the armor for a Brave Star. Only a few modifications need to be made on there, right? And then I don't know. I
You're
think this
stretching, man. Yes, you're really stretching out there.
I don't know. If you wanted to make what's it, Daft Punk? Is that the group where the guys wear the helmets?
Yeah.
Oh right, yeah,
Oh, there you go.
One?
Yeah.
yeah,
All right.
Really, Saban doesn't own them anymore?
yeah. True. Has
Why
those-
did Saban sell Power Ranger? That seems weird.
I think they probably still own Power Rangers. They probably who knows if
Scaling
Hasbro
back production or something.
has the license. Hasbro own Power Rangers. They can't lose the license. Oh well, all right.
That's what I'm saying. I thought Saban
But I-
owned Power Rangers.
I just thought the line was dead.
Me too.
I thought
I
so.
swear I heard that.
I doubt that they'll ever kill a line if they own the license to it. They'll either like sell off the license to somebody who's going to make it, or they'll just still crank out a figure. Because if they own it, then they make
Yeah.
100%, right?
Yeah, but if the R&D efforts could be put into more profitable lines, right? And production could be reallocated, right?
Right.
They will
All
do
right.
whatever they think is best to make the most amount of money.
All right, let's go back to the clock for a second.
All
So
right.
I went on eBay to check out that Salacious Crumb clock.
Oh,
Okay.
is there one?
$450, and
Piss
it
off.
does not work. Non-working for $450.
Is that the
Jesus.
cuckoo clock one?
Yeah,
Yeah, it's like the Felix the clock.
Okay.
It's like Felix the cat kind of clock.
Yeah. What?
But-
See that, Eric?
Yeah.
you
That's
can
nuts.
fix it.
Yeah.
But
You
for
Not
$450,
worth it.
I want it working.
Yeah, not worth it.
Kidding.
It's cool, but
Well, how much is a working one?
$10. Like when
Oh.
it came out, brand. Oh, Oh, I don't know how much. I don't.
I'm sure it was $50 or something at Celebration when they
Yeah,
sold it.
probably.
Now you know that clock, right? Like they have a whole series of those cuckoo type clocks, right? The Felix and the ones where the eyes move and the tail moves.
Yeah.
Wouldn't it be hilarious if somebody just decided to like miniaturize them and make watches?
A cuckoo clock watch, like
yeah,
a
like all those-
wooden box that like pops.
Yeah,
those-
but like
those
the
aren't
Salacious
cuckoo clocks,
Crumb
though. They're
one,
still
the
cuckoo.
Felix the cat, you know, where it's like sits on your wrist and
Yeah, but the tail has to move back and forth in the eyes, so I don't think you could with it on your wrist.
yeah, if it's electric,
Wouldn't
it just
have to
runs
be
on
like-
a battery.
That's the only one on eBay for $450.
That's nuts.
The only one?
It's the only one that's on here.
Oh, maybe
I think they're rare, but it'd be cool to have one. But I don't care that much.
Yeah,
I wanted
I'd
to get
it
the
for-
at Celebration in Anaheim. They had the Dex's Diner neon sign, but I wasn't sure if I'd be allowed to fly with that thing back home, or if I had to ship it. So I just passed.
I'd
You
pay
should.
$100 for that rum clock
Oh,
working, but anything more than that.
Yeah,
that's what you would
I-
pay $100.
I bet I think I'd pay $100 for it.
that's about what I'd pay as well.
you know what's funny?
I don't
So-
think it's that big either. I think it's like smaller than you'd expect.
Oh, really?
I think Rum has one.
I'm sure he
wouldn't-
does.
It wouldn't surprise me.
Yeah, he's got to
So-
have it. That thing's cool.
So Saban created Power Rangers. They owned it until 2001 when Disney bought Saban. They didn't buy Power Rangers. They bought Saban, the whole company. And they renamed Saban Buena Vista Entertainment. And then Haim Saban, the guy who created Saban, recreated Saban again. He made it again. And then in 2010, he bought Power Rangers from Disney for $43 million. Was going to make a new TV show, but then failed. And he sold it in 2018 to Hasbro for $500 million. Power Rangers, just Power Rangers.
So I'm going to create a company and call it Saban.
Sell it to Disney and then make a new company named Saban again. Yeah, that's what he did.
How does that work?
And then he was like, and then after, so he got all that money from Disney, made his own company again. Then he went back to Disney and said, "I'll give you $43 million for Power Rangers," and then turned around and sold it to Hasbro for $500 million. So this Saban guy is like a super giant when it comes to business deals. He fakes out like a bandit every
Oh my
time.
gosh, that's crazy. I'm going to sell my YouTube channel for $500 million.
Well,
Good.
To the first
It's
person
fun.
who offers me $500 million.
Yeah.
And then I'm going to retire on an island.
Well, then you just make a new one called Oakhurst Studios. Apparently you can.
Part
I'll-
2.
You know what? I actually
I'll lodge an opening bid of 50 cents.
yeah.
and then what are you gonna do? Are you gonna redo all your videos again? It's
Yeah,
like
you
Taylor
get to have
Swift.
all the videos that are on my channel right now.
Yeah, they can have all the videos, but then you're gonna redo them all.
Yeah. Yeah, I'll re-record them all.
Yeah,
You can have
Like
the original
Taylor Swift.
recordings.
I wonder, can you put like a YouTube channel on eBay?
I probably maybe. I don't know.
That would be funny to do as just
I don't know how
an
would you even-
experiment.
Bids you can get.
how could you like?
You can then you add a reserve, right? Like it's not worth it to give it up. But the thing is, it's like honestly, this channel. I mean, nobody's going to pay me $50 million for it. They'd be losing money on this.
Yeah. Well, isn't that what you paid for all your subscribers?
Yeah, something like that. Like I think I got like 11 subscribers or members. I got 11 members, and yeah, I mean, even with all those subscribers, like 30,000 of them don't ever come back to watch another video. So
They probably watch
yeah.
the shorts because I think that's
they
what
do
happens
watch
with
the
me
shorts.
too.
I see.
No,
the trend.
Jonathan, you misheard me. He didn't buy Saban back. He bought only Power Rangers back.
Yeah. So he had Saban fell under Power Rangers, which is interesting to me because here's what I'm wondering. So Power Rangers is separate from the Super Sentai Go Rangers.
Yes.
Okay, so Saban probably. Well, does Disney own that? Was Saban?
Disney bought all of Saban
Okay,
from Saban,
okay,
and then Disney changed the name to Buena Vista.
okay.
So the Saban name dissolved, and so that way Haim Saban, the guy, could then make another company called Saban, which he did, and then he went back to Disney and said, "Can I buy back just Power Rangers?" And they agreed to do just Power Rangers for $43 million.
It sounds like this whole like Action Force deal, right? Like
right.
Like so this what's this Major Blood or whatever? I think Hasbro owns that. Right? There were some Palatoy properties that Hasbro bought and control. So they're copyrighted or whatever. But there were some
they own certain character names.
Yeah.
But they don't own Action Force itself.
Right.
You guys lost me, man. You lost me at you want to hear something funny. Because I'm still waiting for the funny part.
Who said, do you want to hear something funny?
John said that before you even started talking about it.
Oh.
I
keep waiting for John to get up and play video games on his little arcade.
I know. I want to see that Pac-Man. Pac-Man arcade.
It's going right now.
Yeah.
Wait, what's on the shelf? Are those drinks or something, or your medicine?
Oh no, there's some of my medication.
That's what happens like when you have gym equipment.
Because you play Pac-Man certain times of the day, you leave certain medications.
Yeah, it reminds me to take them. Yeah. It's easy to grab when I have a drink here. I got a drink on my little table right here. So I grab my med, grab my drink, walk.
So can you do a test for me, like electric bill wise? I want to know if you unplug all the lights from your displays and don't run those for like a month, how dramatic is the electric bill change?
Not much, because they're LEDs.
I think that's a myth.
What are you talking about? I have an electronics degree. I have a master's degree in electronics. I know how much power an LED.
LED.
It's an LED screen.
Is it
LED? Yeah, the reason that everyone wants to switch to LEDs is because LEDs use so small amount of energy for everything to light up. They always have.
Always? They've been around longer than incandescent bulbs?
Yeah, LEDs have been around for many years.
LEDs are mad.
Not that long. They're probably like 70 or 80 years. But
So from the 50s, did they have LEDs on that ship that supposedly landed on the moon?
I don't know, actually.
Oh, we're litigating the moon landing now?
They probably did, yeah.
I'm with Vern on that one.
I heard a theory the other day that World War II never happened, and the nuclear bombs that were dropped didn't exist. I heard that the other day, and they were serious too. They were young people who believed that was all made up by us old guys.
Rewritten. You know what's funny? I watched a video the other day. I don't know where it was like, you ever end up in like the infinite cycle of like, where did this crazy video come from? So I get to this video and it's a news story out of like Michigan or something. It's like, it's a story on like the 6 o'clock news, and it's about Gen X and how Generation X is like, they just have a lot of questions. They're challenging the norm. They don't know what the future holds, but they hope it's better. And I was like, wait a minute. This is everything I'm saying about the current generation. All right. I did this. I'm going to show it.
There he is.
Oh, you did the flock. That came out really good.
I flocked his hair. I'm going to have a video come out. I'm going to show everybody how I did it. But
Dude, that came out super good.
Show it off.
Looks great.
He glued each individual hair on one at a time. Yeah.
His eyes look lanky though.
Yeah, they're a little
Who
bit
painted
off.
the eyes? Did you flock the eyes too?
No,
He
I
flocked his
painted
eye.
It's like the like
It looks better up close. Yeah, it looks
it's
good.
like the guy
job.
in Team America World Police that like puts on the fake beard of pubes or
Oh,
whatever.
jeez.
You know what's funny is like when I was doing the flocking on this head, right? Because I bought this old vintage GI Joe head, and I was like the one that looks like the vintage heads. I thought to myself, like, I wonder if I should like test the flocking on a different head that I don't care about, like just to see how it's going to turn out, just to eliminate the possibility of any little mistakes or whatever.
We could compare.
And I just didn't do it. I just went straight ahead and said,
That looked good though. The flocking. Yeah.
thanks. Did you flock that one?
No, this is the original.
I flocked that one.
What is the hairline?
Darren, that's flocking off.
The
Flock
thing is,
off.
from right here, it looks super cool. No, but I mean, I think it turned out okay. I mean, I got the brown.
Actually, when he turned his head around, when he turned him around, and you look at, I think you painted the eyes correctly, Vern. I mean,
You
look
think
how
so?
wonky his eyes look too.
Yeah, they are a little bit.
Did you do the eyebrows too, or?
I did not flock the eyebrows because
Okay.
on the original Joes, they didn't flock the eyebrows.
Okay, I just couldn't tell.
No, so those are painted.
Okay.
And then the eyes are a little off a little bit.
You painted the scar too,
you
right?
can see on this side right here, the mustache and the beard are much better than like on this side. You see where like it kind of drops down. So I might try to trim it a little bit.
I
So
see
it
what you're
looks
saying.
like kind of
Yeah.
more normal. But for the most part, I think
Look at his side. He's got really thick sideburns though.
Oh wow, yours does, yeah.
Oh
Yeah, look
jeez.
at the original sideburns.
Yeah, that's why. No, that's why I think yours is reflocked.
He's got
No,
cheek. He's got cheek hair.
Yeah, because if you look at this one,
Yeah, his is thin.
What year is that one from?
90 something.
This is from the 70s, dude.
All right, let me go get the one from the 60s.
Was it 1962? The first
I
one.
was gonna
Whoa.
say maybe he's older. You know, the hair starts growing a little bit further up.
Yeah, mine's starting to
As-
creep up here. It's getting
Yeah,
like
as you
up in
age.
here.
So
This is
these-
from 60s, mid 60s.
I think it was 64, right? Wasn't it
Yeah.
1964? The
This is
first
the
one?
60s,
This is a 60s.
but this is a G.I. Joe. This is the Adventure Team one.
Yeah, this is a GI Joe.
Get the flock.
Oh,
out of
he's
here.
the adventure team. Yeah, yours is thick.
Yeah, the
It's
Adventure
thin
Team.
on that side. Look at that. Wow.
Yeah, one side's thicker than the other side on this Joe, but you can see where, like on this one, he needs a little bit of restorative flocking.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I got a couple too underneath the chin.
But I mean, most of it's really good on this one. This is my oldest Joe. This is the guy that has the Dino pointed out to me the
The backwards thumb. Yeah.
The thumbnail. Yeah.
Rick's got a
They-
good question. How does 50-year-old flock hair manage to last when his didn't?
Yeah.
I think somebody flocked Vern's hair too, right?
I
Yeah.
have those Palatoy action man figures that I just got, and I just realized those are all reflocked. And the reason why I realize is because the bangs on one of them come way down to the eyebrow. So I think that they
So what I've never understood was like, okay, first off, you know the thumbnail's not a mistake, right? Hasbro did that on purpose so no other company would. So if a company tried to copy them, they would know. And then secondly, when did they do the flocking? Because I have the first G.I. Joe figures, but they're not flocked. So was there not flocked and also flocked in the same original year? Was that like a deluxe version that had the flocked hair?
that's a good question.
That is a good question.
Because I have originals from 19. Well, I think it was 64
I
was the
think
first
Ken
year.
dolls had flocked hair in like the 60s, early 60s, like 61.
But what I'm saying is, I don't think G.I. Joe came out till 64, right?
Right.
In my 1964 G.I. Joes don't have flocked hair. That's why I'm wondering, when did the G.I. Joe flock come out? Like,
Well, this is the 60s. He has flocked hair in the 60s.
Yeah. I think it was probably after the first couple, because that first one I think didn't have flocked hair.
I think it's like
because see,
the
like
Kung
I
Fu Grip and
actually
all
have that one right in the middle with the camouflage, and then I've got the orange suit one.
Those look modern. Those don't look vintage.
Oh, they are. No, these are 1964. I'm looking them up.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, you know what? Maybe 1970. Maybe this head was swapped then. Because I'm like, this guy might be an adventure team, because the adventure team didn't start until the 70s. Because they're saying here, it says, to coincide with the new direction, lifelike flocked hair and beard, and an innovation developed in England by Palitoy for their licensed versions of Joe's Action Man is introduced in 1970.
Yeah, the first flocked hair doll was 1961, a Ken doll.
Yeah.
Really?
Your Action Man, are those flocked?
Yeah, they're all flocked. The Eagle Eye one.
Message, Dean.
But
Yeah.
that Eagle Eye didn't come out until like the mid 70s. So by that time they were flocking everything.
Yeah.
So
they
what
were-
is this the Kung Fu Grip?
No, the Kung Fu
No.
Grip is that rubbery.
was the twisty arm part?
I thought this was
Oh, so I don't have any Kung Fu Grip.
You don't?
I know.
Oh,
So-
yeah, no, the flocked G.I. Joe was 1970. So, yeah, but did they still use a body that was tagged 1964?
Because I have the
Oh, maybe
talking.
that's what it was, huh, John?
I have the talking G.I. Joe right here, and his hair is flocked, and I thought this was 60s.
Yeah, look at the date, because it says
Where's the date
first
on him?
the
So
first
this
flocked
one right. Oh, sorry, he's got to get dressed.
Oh my God.
the first flocked G.I. Joe was 1970.
Yeah, it's his stamp is
But-
1964.
Yeah, but I think that I bet they have the same body stamp. They never changed that body, so
But you know what? You're right, because this guy right here, he does have an action adventure team logo hanging on his neck.
On his what? Uniform?
Yeah, around his neck he has he has the adventure team necklace piece. Oh, I can't remember how to get this thing on again. You know, I just dropped his. Oh, there it is.
I don't want to break anything. Snaps, but
I'm trying to get
this one says patent pending on the back of them. So that's got to be pretty early then.
G.I.
I wonder
Joe.
if it's still pending.
Because the other, the adventure team doesn't have that on the back of them.
Well, the adventure team didn't start until the 70s.
Yeah.
All right. Can anyone put that on? Or what does he want to put on me?
he's
Flock?
saying anyone can put that on. He's like,
I need a.
Oh, yeah. So I'm guessing that maybe the head was swapped on that body, or do you think they used that body?
no, I think they just used that body and they never
At
changed the date.
1964 for a long
Yeah,
time.
and they probably just never changed the date stamp for like 10 years. You know what I mean? Because why would you back then? You're just like, well, that's the original year you know what I mean? It wasn't until the 70s that they started worrying about, I think, that stuff, you know?
Right.
Dean, does your figure have the eagle eye switch on the back of the head?
No.
It
No.
doesn't?
No.
Aw,
Why
poor
not?
Dino.
I wish. All right,
that's
Yeah,
how many
that's
do you
cool.
have? You're gonna send one over this way, right?
That's creepy.
Yeah, this is the
That is
coolest
creepy,
thing I've
man.
ever seen, dude. I've always wanted an Eagle Eye Joe, and then to get the Action Man ones are even cooler because
Yeah. How many do you have?
3. Picked up 3 of them.
Any duplicates that you're willing to part with?
I actually had a whole bunch of outfits, so I dressed them up in different outfits. This guy just happens to be. This is the Kung Fu grip.
Yeah, let me see. And it's rubbery?
Yeah, it's rubbery. The fingers are rubber.
Okay. Yeah, I don't have a kung fu grip. I just have the
Yeah, I just have
token
things.
fingers.
Yeah.
This guy is the motorcycle police officer or whatever, but the thing is, his face shield is missing, so need to find a face shield.
I only have 2 of them left. I should have kept more, but I bought. Do you remember like there was like a suitcase for GI Joe that looked like a Jeep?
This guy's kind of cool.
No.
Do either of you remember?
suitcase
That
looks
is a
like
cool
Jeep
one.
now.
That is a cool one.
The interesting part about this is this is Palatoy, but the outfit is all Vietnam, right? The
Oh, look at that.
cavalry, air cavalry.
Oh,
But you can-
that's the necklace you're talking about.
Yeah, but you can see the hair.
Yeah, there you go.
To me, looks like it was reflocked.
Yeah, look it up, Dean. It was a suitcase that looked like a Jeep. It had like a Jeep shape to it, and then you opened it up like a. But I bought one of those at a Goodwill or something. It was full of figures and clothing and weapons and accessories, and I kept 2 of the figures with an outfit for each of them and some of the accessories to go with them. And the rest of all the stuff, including the Jeep, I sold through the years and to buy other stuff.
It was a suitcase or a collector's case?
Well, I guess you could call it either one. I mean,
Well, what did you put in it? Toys or clothes?
yeah, toys. It was for the GI Joes to store all their equipment in. But a guy could sit in the Jeep's like cockpit, so you could drive it around like a Jeep. You know what I mean?
It was a Jeep collector case or something.
Rick says his Fonzie figure can beat up all your GI Joe.
You could fit 2 guys like in the Jeep's cab.
Is that it?
And it would.
Yeah.
Well, it didn't have wheels like that. No, that's not.
Well, it's just an image of it. It looks like an image on a case.
Yeah,
See?
but the cockpit, you could put the cab. You could put 2 guys in the cab, like they were sitting in it.
Yeah,
No, I don't
that
think
looks like
that's
it can too. See how it's opening where the cab goes?
No, I don't think that's it.
I
But
think
was
it
a
is.
case.
I think that's it, John.
But you're saying it was a case.
Yeah, right there. It's a case. And there's a Jeep on it.
If you were on a computer and you looked it up on like you could have shared the screen.
Yeah, but you know something? Whenever I try to do that, my computer locks up and
I figured out that when mine was doing that, I just had to go into Chrome and then just basically delete all the cookies and everything. And then
but I like cookies.
fine. Yeah.
It's the only reason why I do YouTube is for the free cookies.
All right.
How you pick up all that junk on there, right, Vern?
Yeah. All right. So that's GI Joe. I do have that. I'm gonna have a whole video about how I flocked that hair.
That came out really good. I'm surprised how good it came out.
Yeah, I think the flock is okay. It might be a little bit too long for that small head. I should have used the shorter hair flock, but I got the longer
I think
one.
it actually looks right.
Yeah.
It looked just like this guy.
Yeah, maybe.
And I don't think anybody reflocked this. Nobody's going to reflock this. You know?
Well, it looks so perfect, and the hair and the sideburns look so thick to me. I feel like it's been reflocked.
Yeah, I do.
They are some sweet chops.
Yes, they are.
I think
I mean-
somebody would have fixed it up, put the
I have this
patch on there if they did
I
it.
have this talking Duke, but what I realized is, the little springs that hold the batteries. have all eroded away. So there's no
Oh.
springs to hold the battery. So I'm going to have to try to fix the battery box.
Yeah.
But then I noticed, because this one has like a helmet, that the flocking is really bad on the head.
Oh, dang.
So
Yeah.
I'm going to probably take it all off and just redo it.
Could you use a spring from like a pen?
No, I don't think so. I think you just go on Amazon when they sell them, AAA battery springs or whatever, and then you just have to do your own soldering or something like that. But we'll see.
It was almost like this, but it wasn't this one.
Dan, you going to work out?
Nope, but I got to get the flock out of here. I'll see you guys later.
All right.
Yeah,
You guys doing Poison Fitness tomorrow?
I think with the time change, and my son's coming back from Costa Rica tonight, and I have to pick him up, I think it might be a little rough, so I might be skipping out for tomorrow.
All right.
Next week?
Yeah, I think next week, Sunday I could do it. I think next week is Stu's 24-hour stream, right, John? Is it next week?
Yeah, I think so. But was that on Saturday or Sunday?
That's on Saturday. So we have the toy show Saturday. John has how many toy shows Saturday you going to?
I'm going to 2. I'm going to go to one right at 8 a.m. So, an hour before they open. Try to take all the deals before they're done setting up, and then I'm going to go to the other one that opens at 10.
They're not going to give you deals right before it starts, right?
Well, I always get deals before it starts. Yeah,
really?
That's how I got that Boulder Hill playset and everything.
Wow.
I bought everything before that thing even opened. Yeah,
I was thinking about going to the early bird because it's like an extra $15 to do the early bird, and I might do it just to.
I don't pay for early bird. I just walk in.
Well, I might walk in with a YouTube badge and stuff like that and say, hey.
Yeah, I just walk in, dude. These things don't. There's never anybody even regulating or at the door if you get there that early. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I go while they're setting up and just walk in with someone who's setting up, they're bringing in their stuff.
And then bother them while they're trying to set up.
Exactly. And then get all the deals.
Yeah.
Sometimes I buy stuff before they even put it on display. I just see it in the back of their car and go, I'll buy all that stuff. Oh, okay. And they just give it to me in the box without having to unload it, you know?
Wow.
Well, we'll figure something out, Dean.
Yeah, we'll figure something. I'll talk to you, Dan, anyways.
You guys.
All right, Dan.
See you.
Bye, Dan.
Oh, I was just going to make this little thing so you guys can continue your conversation without us.
It's weird, man.
Anyway, so what do you guys got coming up this week, John?
I'm still working on my video for the G.I. Joe Mauler. And then, I don't know. Yeah, there's a bunch of videos I got to do.
Yeah, you've been doing good. You've been pumping out a few.
Dean, you got anything coming up in the week?
I do. I have. I'm gonna upload a video tonight or tomorrow morning, probably tonight, as I went to a couple of vintage shops and found some good stuff. So I'll put that out.
Awesome. And then Eric, you're gonna upload your first YouTube video later.
Sometime. Yeah. Maybe this decade.
I know you're gonna be filming for another video later today.
Yeah. I'll be showing up on Stu's channel soon.
Awesome.
Yeah.
My Collector's Life.
Yeah, that's a good series. I like that.
Yeah, never been invited. Anyways, I'm just kidding.
And I'm on the last steps. VTR Dave, Vintage Toy Rush Dave, helped me out with the captioning and subtitling of my movie because I was unfamiliar with the format. They needed it as a separate file.
Yeah, for subtitles.
Yeah, it couldn't be like integrated. I've integrated it in with my videos before, but they needed it as a separate file, like a main.caption file. And I've never made a main.caption file. I don't know what that is. And Dave was like, he did it. He made it work. So, and it's timed perfectly. It works out great. And so he helped me with that. So now all I need is an original graphic. And then that's it. That's the last step. They said, if you finish this last step,
Who do you know?
my thing will be on. It'll be on Tubi. I know. I asked Rick, but I don't know. We'll see.
Rick, come on.
I also asked Rob, who was in the video and is a graphic artist that works for Marvel and DC, And I was like, "You're in the video. Can you please do the graphic?" But he did, because he's one of the guys we talked to an interview in the Transformers documentary. So I was hoping to get it from him, but he didn't want to do it either. So
Yeah, that's really cool.
but I need something really nice looking, professional done, like better than what I could do. So that's why. I want to pay. And I want to pay people. I'm going to pay whatever they want.
Is this true, John? You make $7-8 per view?
I don't know. Tubi said it's Well, the other thing is while I'm submitting it, I just found out. What is it? It's not just Tubi. Like they're going to try Hulu, Netflix, Amazon Prime. They're going to try to farm it out to everybody. I'm using Film Hub. Film Hub does it, and they originally asked for it to be for Tubi, but now they're saying they like it so much that they're going to try to farm it out to other channels as well.
Oh, that's cool.
So it could be on a number of different.
Next year it'll be on Netflix.
Yeah, who knows?
The Transformers that made us.
When are you gonna do the? What you gonna do with Star Wars?
Yeah, it's. I filmed a lot of people, but I can't use any of the footage. It came out real crappy.
Yeah.
So I basically have to
not
re-record. I didn't get to you yet. I didn't.
He didn't.
I only filmed.
He didn't
I only
film
filmed
yet
like
either.
10 people.
I'm just
and
giving you a hard
it's
time.
Unusable.
I'm just giving you a hard time.
So I basically have to start all over with the Star Wars one. Yeah.
Yeah,
So
Star Wars would be great too.
All right.
that one I don't think I can put out anywhere though, because Star Wars, even in a documentary format, I think the mouse would come after you.
Well, I don't know. They just
What about Hasbro? With
they just put out the a
Transformers.
Disturbance in the Force documentary about the holiday special fairly recently. So
But
Who
did they
did
get
that?
permission for that, or do you not know?
they probably did get permission, but
Because Hasbro said you don't need permission. They're like, it's a documentary. You don't need permission for anything. Do whatever you want.
Where's that
Yeah.
on, Eric?
I think it's for rent on Prime Video. But I think I saw someone, I think it was Mopar McNear, had a Blu-ray of it. So I haven't seen where they're selling physical copies of it, but I know that they had a limited run in theaters in certain places around the country, but it's for rent on Amazon Prime
So-
Video.
Has anybody watched that holiday special when it first aired?
I wasn't alive, but I've seen that on YouTube.
Yeah, I did. Yeah, we watched it
Yeah.
I
on
was
TV.
super excited
Yeah.
for it till afterwards.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I really liked the cartoon, and that was the part I wanted to see over and over again. But I had to watch the whole stupid thing.
So you
Yeah.
couldn't record it?
No, we didn't have a VCR at that time when it came out.
Ah,
We didn't get a VCR until like probably 1989 or something.
wow.
Right.
Yeah, we were really late. We used to rent them.
We
Yeah,
were
when I
early.
was a kid, my
Yeah.
dad would rent a VCR and
Yeah,
rent
I
the
remember
tapes
that.
all at the same time.
We bought
Yeah.
ours. I'm a military brat, so we had the base exchange. And I remember the way we bought our VCR was we took 2 canned food items to the main exchange and turned them in for a 20% off coupon. And then my mom bought a VCR.
That's funny. That's cool.
Yeah.
They were expensive too back then.
Yeah, it was the remote control had a long cable and it only played
Really?
or paused. Yeah.
Did it
Oh,
come
it
up
had
to
a
the
cable
top?
right to
Was
the-
it the top?
Yeah, it was a top loader. It was
Yeah.
it was actually a Fisher was the brand.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I think Fisher was like one of those cheap name to slap on like a name brand to make it cheaper. So it was actually probably
RCA.
yeah, or something that they just sold with their, kind of like the Ford Explorer is the Lincoln Navigator with just the cheap trimmings on it. All right. Okay. Anyways, I want to say thanks to everybody in the chat for showing up and hanging out with us this week. Thanks for you guys for showing up and hanging out and talking about what were we talking about earlier? Music. Yes. And then
Taylor Swift.
Clocks.
This is the-
Music,
Taylor
music,
Swift.
clocks. Yeah.
yeah,
Dude,
so
We had a great show talking about
Yeah.
music and clocks today.
Yeah, Vern, you gotta
And
change
flocking.
the thumbnail.
And flocking, yes.
Change the
Taylor
thumbnail
Swift
to Taylor
episode.
Swift on it. And
Yeah.
you'll definitely get a lot of
Yep,
hits.
yep. Put Taylor Swift on there. holding a
flock.
GI Joe, holding
Night
a
Horse
flocked
John.
GI Joe figure.
Night Horse John is her biggest fan.
Yeah.
Anyways, everybody, thanks for tuning in. We'll see you next time on the Toy.
You
Duo.
know what? Next time Vern is going to flock my head. He's going to put it right
I will.
here.
I can do it. I can do it.
Yeah, he'll flock this.
All
So
right.
we'll
I'll probably put
Next-
that video. I'll probably put that video up tomorrow.
be flocking my head. All
Yeah,
right.
Yeah, flocking.
Yeah.
All right. See you guys.
See ya.
Toys, 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 toys,
manly
toys, 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 toys,
Let them
toys, 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 toys.